Hey guys, it's Hi Shipkowski again, and today I'll be coming at you with the tech demo number 4. So let's get started. So tech demo number 4. Now today my technology that I think Miss Jones or Mr. Sheet says both, so I'm not for sure. Miss or Mr. Jones, fourth grade class of 25 students, and I think for their research project that the best technology to use is Google Classroom, okay? Now, the goals that Miss Jones or Mr. Jones has is the ability to differentiate the project so that all students, including ones with low readiness, have enough background skills needed to do well, also for high readiness students to have challenging enough projects for their knowledge. She or he also wants students to work together in their assigned groups as much as possible during class. Google Classroom, I'll tell you why you can do that. It's really great. Now, some challenges that they also face is that they need all students to finish the project at the same time, even like no matter what the scale of the hardness of the project, she wants to make sure that all the students can finish at the same time. She is only one person and can't help all students at the same time, so this is hard to get the students to walk around the classroom to maybe help the ones that are struggling a little bit more than the high readiness ones, or maybe the ones that are even the in between. It's a little difficult for her because she has no aides in her classroom. She is tired of she has tried mixing groups up and it has not worked out, and kids are either bored or left out. Now, the ones that are bored are normally the ones that are the high readiness kids that are placed in a group of people that are low ready, and the ones that feel left out are the ones that are placed in a high readiness group and they feel left out because all of them are working together. So that's understandable. I've been in that position, so it's really hard. Also, low and high readiness groups aren't mutually exclusive, okay? So she has 3 students who are low for reading charts but are high for understanding why people leave their houses. Sounds like kind of how I used to test on things. Now, let's get to Google Classroom. I have my screen pulled up for you. Ooh. Okay, I guess I will start from here. So if you Google Classroom, hit sign in, Google Classroom, and I already have 2 classes set up now since she only has one fourth grade class, okay? Normally, Google Classroom teachers set this aside to set different classes, but I think since she only has technically one class, that this will be great to make groups out of because she also wants the students to work in groups. So, this is why I think Google Classroom is a good thing because you can set them in different classrooms or different groups. And I have names for them. So the high readiness and the low readiness students won't necessarily feel left out in any certain way. We're just going to pick some random names. Pink Pandas and the Purple Panthers. And I'm going to also show you how to make another group. That's why I left one group out because I believe there's 3 different groups of types of students. So let's get started. So first, I'm going to show you how to make a group. So you first sign in and you're here, okay? Whatever. And then you come to this plus sign over here and you can either join a class or you can create a class. Now, we are going to be creating a class and you have to read all these as an educator or a student. Okay? Now you can do class name, section, subject, or room. I think that's very awesome because then that you as an educator can keep a little bit more organized, or even the student can even keep their classes more organized. Okay, so we're gonna call these the orange cats. I know I'm not really going with I was trying to go with the theme, but it's okay. Anyway, orange cats. I'm just gonna give it that name. Then here we go. Oh, look, I gave us the color. So I can also customize it. That's really nice, make it a little bit fun. Right over here, you have the class code, which is very nice. You can send this to students for them to join each of their groups. You can make announcements in class, and you can also see, like, I can have archived classes. And then here are all my classes over here. Now you have the stream, which the kids will be able to see all the assignments that are due. Classwork also. You can also have this set up. Now, if I create an assignment, you can create assignment, quiz assignment, questions, material, reuse post, and topics. So assign. Oh, you can attach a Drive file, YouTube link, You can create something, you can upload stuff, and this will be great because Mr. or Mrs. Smith also wants the students to be able to access the websites that they assign them. So this will also be a good thing. And if the teacher can even specifically ask what they want them to look for in that website, and then they can come back here, look at the website, and keep going back and forth between them, which I find very, very nice. Let's see what we have here. So these websites also include tables, charts, and groups showing numbers. And she wants the students to be able to work in small groups to assess the demographics in several areas around certain states for the research project. Now, this research project is for, didn't really necessarily say assign things, I guess like geography, I would assume. So she wants to be able to send these websites in there and for them to read it. But again, her struggle is that she has some kids that have different levels of readiness, and that's where it comes into play for the different groupings. So we have the low readiness students, we maybe have like the middle class where they can do one thing but they can't do the other, and then we have the high readiness students where they can do all of it. Now, she said that she struggled with mixing the groups, so I think that we should just keep the groups as is and not necessarily bring attention to the fact that some students are low readiness and some students are high readiness. I also think it would be a great idea, I'll get more into this in a second. I also think it would be a great idea if she also wants the assignments to be due at the same time. I think it would be great to give students a different type of research study. And I know that might be a little bit more work, but also I think it would be benefiting the students if we take the research project and not dumb it down, but necessarily put it to their level. Because we have this research project for the low readiness, the middle readiness, and then the high readiness. And I feel like that she can add and take out whatever she needs to. Maybe the high readiness is doing a little bit more work, and they're doing a little bit more research, and they have to look at more websites, and maybe give a video of their understanding or them describing the area. And then we have our low readiness students where they can really go into detail on different things, or maybe not research different things, or we can give them different websites like Scholastic websites. I believe those are nice for students to use because they're shorter books, are easier, they have pictures in there, so then students are more visual, can really grasp it and help them learn better. And then we have that middle section that I think it would be really good to do maybe a mixture of both. Do some research and then add in the other section of stuff that the low readiness kids are doing. So that's my suggestion for a classroom and the way that she or he could run it, like I said. So now I'm going to get more into Google Classroom. Sorry, I went off on a little tangent, but I just wanted to hurry up and get that out to y'all. So anyway, we're here in assigning the assignment, and this is for the Orange Cats, and you can even assign it to certain students. It could be all students or a select amount. You can also have your grade book in here, what I think is very, very effective, to where it's just easy to get to. You hit grade, you can grade it on here. The teacher can even put their grading criterias on here, which I think is awesome. You can put a due date as well. You can even you can set up an assignment, and then you can say it can be due the next day at a certain time, and you won't have to get back on your laptop to then assign it. So I think that's very nice. So I'm going to say tomorrow. This time, I don't want to do 11:59. Let's do 9 a.m. So there we go. We have that. So we have that April 16th around 9 a.m. So then that will be put into my students group tomorrow at 9 a.m. for them to work on. And you can even put this topic on, create a topic, research. Oh, I cannot spell. Project. You can even add a rubric. Now, I do not have a rubric for this. Close submission after due date. And we're here. Oh, I also want to add a title to this. Bloopity blop. Instructions. Bibbity blop blop. Ditto. Yep, you're getting the point that I'm saying. Anyway, so then I sign it, and it's going to be here, and it's going to be due April. Yep. We're just going to go with the flow. You also see the people up here, which is me, Heidi Shipkowski. I'm the teacher. Woo. And then grades of the students. Close. Archive classes settings. You can have the calendar pulled up. Whoop, right here. You have the calendar for certain due dates down here. You can come down here. You have the purple panthers, pink pandas, and orange cats. That's also really nice to see the view of all the things that you have assigned for your students. Classwork, like I said, right here again, we can sign this. Ooh, got it. Thank you. Announcements, blah, 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 blah. Post it, and now they see that announcement. If I forget to assign something, you can customize this. But I really think you can see the calendar, and then here are all my classes for that due Tuesday at 9 a.m. So I think this will be a great thing, especially how she can link the websites in. She can put them in certain groups for learning. You can, she can even, or he can assign certain learning things in there, like the students are struggling to read the charts, but know where the people live. You can assign extra help for them, just for them. And then for the more advanced groups, you can assign extra assignments for them to be more challenged, since they find themselves getting bored sometimes and whatnot. So we can also assign them different research things, different questions for them to answer. You know, we can really make this research project fit any area of their learning categories. It's just all depends on putting in and taking out certain things. I have to do this I am a Sunday school teacher, and even though it's not schoolwork, it is, you know, we're learning about different things. And so sometimes I might have an age range that day that's really small, so then I have to take my lessons sometimes and nitpick stuff out in order for them to have an understanding and be able to grasp it. And I believe that that's our jobs as teachers, is to be able to adjust to the circumstance that we're in. And then once we get into a flow of it, it'll be a little bit easier for the next time around, because I guarantee by the time next year comes around and we have this research project to do again, she will be ready to know what to do for it. It just all matters on what we're adding in and what we're taking out of the thing for the child's understanding. And we can even be adding in stuff for the kids that don't have understanding, better learning apps for them to use, like Scholastic. We can even add Kahoot games in there for them to test themselves on the side, just for a little extra. And you can also add parents' emails in here, which I think will be very nice, to where the parent can also see the assignments, to where students are more struggling, aren't being left out, and so also the parent might be able to help at home. So again, here are the classes. Very, very easy website to use. It's once you click on it, you have an understanding. It tells you what to do. There's no secret code words or anything that you have to bypass or anything like that. This is a very easy app to use. I've used it whenever I was in school, so I 10 out of 10 recommend this one. Let's get back to it. So overall, why Google Classroom? It's easy to use, great for classroom management. Like I said, you set those groups up in the little groups like that, like the classrooms, you're good to go. You can assign them certain assignments at certain dates. You can even plan ahead and do everything ahead of time, and have the Google Classroom assign it at certain times. Allows you to assign assignments on a time schedule. Students can work on assignments in and out of class and get feedback from the teacher. It also allows you to add comments, live comments, and then there the teacher can comment on your assignment. Also, other students can talk to each other. If a student has a question, she can they can ask. So I'm here, and like I said, you can even say announcements, and then you can post a discussion board or see a question right here, and then you can ask your question. Just going back to that, and oh, you can put out assignments. I don't know what I typed there. You can put out certain assignments for specific things for them to do, like I said, in the certain age groups. And so I hope you enjoyed. I hope that gave you a better understanding of what Google Classroom is about. I did talk a lot, and it's a good or bad thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that you use this in your future classroom. And thank you very much. I hope you have a great weekend. See you later.